Hello. My doggo is convinced that I'm going somewhere. And just keeps like being like going in her crate. Stinky! I'm not stinky. I took a shower yesterday. I have some M&Ms. I'll see if I can write. If not, then I'm just gonna start making some more of these little tiny books from my detective famous agency. And we just chat. We'll just chill for a little while. So we do have Pal World tonight, so this won't be a very long stream. Just figured I'd see if we could get some writing done. Either way, no big deal. We'll chill, have fun. My lighting is shit, I'm noticing. Oh well. You guys don't need to see my mouth move, right? Oh yeah, we probably want to hear Tappa Tappas. I know. I was planning on doing it. I was ready, and then they were like Lethal Company. I was like, oh, but Lethal Company. We can do it tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna move my mic down to my hands, and we'll see if I can do some typa, some tappa tupa. Yeah, cookie cookie. Oh, damn. It's so nice when it goes out. You're fine. Mm. Either that or someone hit it with their car. Interesting. Mike's not. Tighten up, you. Let me know if the music is too loud for the tap of taps. Hello, hello. Welcome, Triangle. Sprinkled. Sprinkled. Hi, Shadow Legend. Huh? Why did people hey? Oh, okay. I guess Megan's having fun. Thank you for the Guru wave. That's cute. I like that. I can't believe she's like, she has a BTTV emote. I did not know that. Yes, I am a Highway robber. Oh my god, Megan's going to town. Omega dance, but fast. I'm just gonna keep with my, what is going on with my tracking? Hello, I was right in front of you. That was weird. Hi, Moon. How are you today? A quick break. Ugh. I'm good. Hydrating myself right now. I did see that last night they actually had the Easter stuff out. And like the Cadbury mini egg bags were only like $1.25, which honestly, even 50% off chocolate isn't really cheaper than that. That's a pretty good price. And the mini eggs are fucking good. If you haven't had them. They're not like the cream-filled ones that you normally get. They're like kind of like an M&M. Oh, I would say check like Walgreens or CVS. They probably will still have some of those. Yeah, yeah. Check the drugstores. That's probably your best bet. Now I know what to get Megan on her birthday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair, fair. That's true. Woohoo! Thank you, Megan. Yeah, I uninstalled yesterday. I needed to when I'm at Doggo. I can't say the word. PARK. I will do another one myself. Speaking of, where's my... Oh, I don't have the sponsor thing on this screen, apparently. Oh well, that's fine. I've already done it enough. Hey, exclamation point Genshin, if you'd like to download Genshin Impact, play for about an hour and support the stream. It's, yeah. Carrie, my account's pretty good. Have you ever seen my actual account, Megan? I don't think you have. I'll have to show it. I'll have to show it off. I actually have pretty good stuff. It really was. It's, well, it's, I wouldn't say it's starvation road. I was able to get a little bit of snacks, you know. Pretty much every day I was able to find at least somebody camped out on the road so I could get a little bit of dried food. So it wasn't it wasn't starvation, but it was lean times. It was lean times. Believe me, it got worse. The title of this stream is important to know that it definitely gets worse. It sadly is a very sad... I'm gonna move my mic for a second because I'm gonna take a little break. It's a sad story for a while, but it gets better. But you know, ill baby wolf, wolf child had to do some growing up. And that means things weren't going to be easy for a while, but as I've said before, this is all... I have some special events planned, and I need to set down the lore behind them so that when I do those events, I can put a big old RP label on on the experience so that I don't get in trouble with Twitch. Because yeah, I have to kind of establish the fact that my character is one that I didn't take everything, I just took a little bit. I didn't want, and I only went for merchants because they had a lot of stuff, you know. Like, I tried to make sure it wasn't very much. The only one I really felt bad about was that cloak, because that thing was expensive. I hope the guy was okay. I hope he was okay. I don't think I would have made him broke. He had a lot of stuff. I only took a few things, but yeah, that was an expensive item. I felt bad about that. But it was really warm. Evil Rondo. Oh my lord. Yeah. 1200 years old, been through some shit. Let's just say humans aren't meant to live this long. I was just itching behind my ears. Pet the streamer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately, a lot of them had a lot of them, you know, back in those days, it wasn't like there were it's hard to explain, but yeah, there weren't cities were few and far between. So usually what they would do is they would head out, you know, when they were heading towards the town, the little villages and stuff, they would have more fresh stuff that was harder to get out there, you know, specialty goods and, you know, foods and things that they couldn't make as easily or grow as easily out there. And then they would bring back things like pelts and stuff like that. So yeah, they would have foodstuffs when they were heading out towards the villages, and tend to have more sellable items when they were going into the city. So they would collect, you know, whatever it was. Maybe it'd be like rare stones, or even just you know, people would make like, they would make items that were interesting, and they would bring those to the city to sell. Because in the city they had they had more money. So they would buy those things. But they did still need, I mean, let's face it, when you got a lot of people all packed together, it's a little bit hard to have enough meat and stuff like that. So dried meat was the one thing you could always count on the villages to have. They were a lot better about that because they could do their hunting. And hi, Corvo. Corvo, you're so cute. Such a cute bun. Hi, Leroy. How are you? Ah, I hope it's a good night of work. Yeah, it's something where I would definitely want to like mess around with. Part of part of this, I definitely, since I know where this story goes at this part, but it's not like, first part I'd kind of like really mapped out the words to. This one I haven't, so I am keeping it a little simpler for now, but it definitely is like going to be an edit thing. The other thing I'm trying kind of intentionally to do is, since this is a child's perspective, and there's a lot of trauma going on here, like even with the benefit of time and distance from those events, like I kind of want to show almost a like a block of that time, of that, when thinking on that time and telling the story of that time, that the character themselves isn't able to sort of break fully out of that, and that they themselves become a little more childlike when thinking of those moments, because it's such a dramatic time. I feel like the first initial section, there's a little bit more, I think, because in that moment you have sort of a mix of their own experiences and the experiences of the moon goddess, because that's when the two souls combine. Because of that, they're able to view it with some distance. But because this is the first time they are truly on their own, they don't have that connection necessarily, because they broke it with their fusing together. They aren't able to kind of break free of this a bit, and it is sort of, they sort of regress when they think about this time of their life a little bit. It's kind of how I'm going for, but yeah, I do have editing and stuff to do, but yeah, I'm trying to like, which is why this is taking longer, it's not flowing as well, because I'm like trying to think of this from the perspective of a child that is very much alone, afraid, and yeah. There's some innocence there. A lot of things, like they keep going through moments where they're like, I couldn't be more afraid, and then they become more afraid than that, and they get kind of stuck in their own head, and those instances still to this day, yeah, bind them in a lot of ways. They haven't fully accepted everything that happened and recovered from everything that happened. But that's part of why the character of me wants to write the story, is this is a way to process that trauma and move past that trauma. And sort of, as I've said before, my character can't die. And so there's two ways for the character to deal with that. One is to keep trying to find a way to pass on in the world. And the other is to try and find a way to live on in the world, given the situation of not being able to die. And so my character as it is now is sort of in this moment of transition, that very much until now, and by now I mean like the model you see on the screen, the person is trying to, up until this moment, they have been, their one goal basically for the last 1,000 years has been to figure out a way to die. They haven't wanted necessarily to keep going, but they haven't had a choice. But spoiler, I guess. The goal is, as this character has found VTubing and friends and experiences in life, and has gone through enough things where they've started to go to transition to a feeling of wanting to keep going, to keep living, to keep surviving, and to being okay. Sort of like accepting that, letting go of pains and traumas, and just taking advantage and loving life of what it is and what it offers. And instead of wishing for the ability to pass on, instead embracing life with curiosity of seeing what is next. So yeah. This is a lot of stuff that I have thought about. I know I don't talk about my lore much, and I'm kind of just I am a werewolf. Wink wink. Oh my god, I actually winked. It's so hard to make my model wink because I suck at winking. Like when I wink, I'm always like, ah. It's not like, ah. Look at that. Yeah, there's the awkward wink. That's how I wink IRL. Yeah, I can't wink the other eye. Ugh. And I always have to open my mouth. I'm so awkward. God damn it. Yeah, there's like a whole, the whole plan is sort of moving. The character right now is very much still in a, I want to fucking die, which is, and dear Twitch TOS, I am not saying this is all RP, this is all fiction, this is all blah blah blah. No wishing to unalive myself. Don't worry. I'm very happy with living. I like living. But character has been alive for 1,200 years and would like a fucking nap. An eternal nap. Is very tired. But they have to accept and find a way to move forward. And that's going to take some time. It is going to take some, shall we say, experimentation. There will be mistakes made. But in the end, hopefully, this character can find her her happiness, her purpose. And also, just so you guys know, the old model was meant to be so all right, real world, the old model was a placeholder because I was using a little vampire girl model and it was really like chibi and little and it just really wasn't me at all. So I found the other one and I was like, thank God it's a wolf, this will do. But in the lore explanation that I totally retconned was that her form was supposed to be sort of the moon goddess form. That if that would have been, if we had been able to bond fully when I was a more appropriate age, which based on the look of that model was probably about 20 at most, then that's the form, the default form I would have taken. I probably would have gotten a little older, a little more mature. The knight look that I go with, the moon knight look, which I can pull that up. I can add that. I can add that to the thing real quick. Knights. Browse. Find it. Sorry for the continued coughing. Someday I will stop coughing. It'll be a glorious day. I can't wait. This one. It's huge. Huge. So I had this one made as this would be like when the actual merge happened, I would have been my old model. But then I would have continued to age a little bit like I did now. And then this would be sort of the three genders, because the idea is that because while it's the moon goddess, they don't have a gender. And as my lore is stated, I don't remember my actual gender. So I would be able to go between the three forms interchangeably as I wish. Basically could be myself, but could be any. It was sort of the idea of you see the little moons in the back, the phases of the moons of that, that they have this version of me. They have the ability to shift of like the moon into the phases of who they are, you know, male, female, somewhere in between. So there was like a whole idea, and so this was like the idealized of the other model, basically. But all this can't ever be, because, and I just realized you guys can't see my mouse when I'm rolling it over OBS because I'm an idiot. Oh well. But all this can never be because it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. So yeah, there's like all this lore and stuff. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm really excited because there's stuff coming probably the end of March, maybe a little sooner than that. We'll see. It just depends because March is kind of busy for me in the middle. I've been told. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard. Got so far. But yeah. I basically took the things I had to do to just get a model and used it and put it in. I knew the lore from the beginning. Like I always knew the lore. Like the last chapter I wrote, that was always sort of like the plan. But yeah, it was, I know. I know. But yeah, it was It was always the plan for that, and then it was just a matter of how do I merge the two. Because the character that I am is sort of, they are meant to be this person that has just had to survive and has been around, so they have a lot of wisdom just because they've seen a lot of shit. But because this character is very much in their transition of going from like wanting to just fucking get it over with and wanting to live forever because they are genuinely curious about things. So yeah, I kind of use like the idea of, oh, I'm VTubing and streaming, so I'm meeting new friends, I'm reading books, I'm playing games, and I'm having so much fun doing all these things. So it's kind of like taking me from hating the world and my life to wanting to live forever. Hello, Vibranian! God, I hate this cough. I'm so over it. It's not even doing anything. I'm just coughing for no fucking reason. Yeah, I am definitely like, if they told me, hey, you could download your brain into an artificial body and live for like ever, or at least, you know, a couple extra 100 years, I would totally do it. Like, I'm very much of, if my body is broken down and I'm in pain, then I don't want to continue on. But if I have a healthy body, I don't want to stop living, because my personal view on life and living and everything and the desire to live is that I am an insanely curious person. And I am just always, I see the world and life as a book that has never been finished being written. And so I always want to see, what's the next page going to hold? What's the next chapter? What's this? What's going to happen next? It's like a fanfic that's still a work in progress. And that's how I see life, and that's how I live my life, and why for me, even when times are very tough, even, I mean, I think I've said before that I have issues of depression, like clinical, like a psychiatrist worries about me. But even with that, like, I have to like explain a lot that like I don't have any interest in ending my own existence. my fanfic is a lot of sex. Though no, honestly, yeah, my first real fanfic, I had two. Is it one or two? I don't remember. I found them though, because I still have access to my old live journal for whatever fucking reason. I can still get into it. I don't know why. I read it not that long ago, but I was just like reading this, and I wish my model could facepalm right now, because holy shit, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was Harry Potter fanfic. My ship was either, oh no, there were two. So my ships were Hermione and Draco, Hermione, or Hermione, Draco and Harry. Those were my ships. And so the one was just literally Hermione and Draco in the library banging against the bookshelves. And then the other was it was a Harry Draco one. I don't remember many of the details, but it was like 6 chapters long. And so I wrote this. Yeah, that's a good line, Vibrant. I like that. So I wrote this in between books 5 and 6. And so I remember I I forgot, is it Drary? That's what that ship is called. In it, I had it was really funny. They were up at like a high tower or something in the castle, and friggin' Dumbledore died. And then when book 6 came out, I was like, fuck. I would say, my opinion on fan fiction and original, if you have an idea for original story that you want to tell it. But if you're looking for just something to have fun, you don't want to do necessarily all the world and character building, and if you're inspired, like, feel free. Fan fiction's a really good way to practice your writing. For me, what I did with it a lot when I really got into it was that I liked having the pre-built characters and a little bit of their story, because then I could build a world around that. World building is really fun for me. And so I would build my own world and then put the characters in it. So I already had preconceived characters with their personality traits. So I knew kind of how they would react in this world. And so then I didn't have to go through the character building. I could just, put these characters into my world and then go from there. So it's kind of like a shortcut in a way. There's also where you keep the world exactly the same as the work, and then you're just building a new story in it. And that means you don't have to write characters or world. So it's good. Fan fiction, I think, is a really good way to sort of allow yourself to write and only do as much of the prep thinking as you want to. So you're either just creating a new situation for the characters, the original story to be in, or you're putting the characters into a new world. So you're just coming up with the new world and the situations. And then original is your own characters, your own world, your own situations. So it's kind of like, I see it as it's like steps. So it lets you take some of the work, the mental work out of it. And so it's a good way to start writing and practicing how you want to tell your stories, without having to do necessarily all the background work. And also, because it is fan fiction, you'll get a lot of eyes on it, and that can help you, because there will be people who will tell you if they like something, or they might say, hey, I didn't like it. Most of the time people are very, very nice in the fan fiction community, I will say that. And it's not really weird if you didn't like Harry Potter. I did. It's, for me, a very difficult thing now. Makes writing easy. Yeah, exactly. It makes it easy. You don't have to do the world building. It's kind of like doing fan art versus original art. You already have the references, so you don't have to do any of the reference in the building. You can just draw the characters. But it is a good way to practice, I think, and it's fun. Yeah. Oh, it's all right. I mean, I would say whatever, find something that you enjoy doing. Like, if you enjoy drawing, even if you suck at it, if you enjoy writing, even if you suck at it, if you enjoy, whatever it is, you just do it. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. If you haven't seen, PewDiePie right now is doing a 100-day drawing challenge, and he's just drawing every day, and he's not an artist, and he has gotten so much better over those 100 days. He's not done yet, and he's gotten so much better, and he's literally just looking at other people, like manga characters, and just drawing them. And that's that's just how you kind of go from there, and that's how you learn. You just do it, and it's okay if it's bad at the beginning. like I said, my first works were terrible. Like they're cringe, man. They're so bad. But then I came up with my idea for my original world that I eventually want to write a novel for. And I wrote like a first draft of that, and it was terrible. It was so bad. But the world was really good. The problem was the characters. I hadn't yet kind of built that up. And so then after that, I got into fan fiction, which let me continue to work on my world building. But so one of my biggest fan fictions I wrote, which I will say is 300,000 words, it's still out there. I'm not telling you where it is, but it's a Harry Potter / Yuri on Ice world. And that meant I could take characters from 2 universes, take the details from 2 universes, and then I also created some of my own original characters, and I blended it all together, which kind of let me practice in a different way. And by the end, people were starting to fall in love with my original characters. Yeah, honestly, it was sort of a, you're a wizard, right? But yeah, people were starting to really like my original characters by the end of the story. And that kind of inspired me to keep going. I did a lot more fanfic with more and more like unique worlds, and really kind of worked through the stories and everything. And then now I'm kind of to the point where I want to start writing my own original stories more. Yeah, it was a really good way to practice. And Megan, even if you're not good, start with, if you want to write stuff, start with like, I mean, there was a whole, I don't know if they still do it. There was a whole thing for a long time back in the day, back in the live journal days, where you would write stories that were like 300 words or less. And they were actually really fun. Yeah. I mean, I used to think my stuff that was really, really long, I'd be like, man, it is so long, and it'd be like 3 pages. And now I'm like, I wrote something that was like 50,000 words, and I went, this ain't shit. 300,000 words are bust, baby. Travels, that's what they're called. Yeah. Oh yeah, they are, for sure. Being able to write short stories is that is an art form. It is very difficult to tell a story in under 10,000 words. Or under 5,000 words. It is very, very difficult to tell a full fleshed out story in that kind of limit. And that's why there's always a lot of, it's like, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's good practice to write things for different situations. Like Drabbles are a whole skill set. Writing short stories is a skill set. Writing long form is a skill set, and they're all good. Like, if you want to be a writer, doing all of that is good. Any practice you can get is good, but it is really good to challenge yourself, like writing in the first person. Like this story is written in the first person, and I suck at first person. I really do. I also suck at writing in anything but past tense. A friend of mine and I wrote a story together, and she writes in present tense and I write in past tense, and it was fucking hell because I kept writing in past tense, and then I'd have to like edit all the stuff that I wrote. It was such a pain in the ass. You could, Megan, I do not doubt that you could find my works on, like, you know my online names well enough that you would be able to find my works on AO3. But I'm not linking them. Megan's gonna find me in like 5 seconds. I'm just waiting for Megan to like DM me and be like, diss you, and I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Been 8 characters. Oh, World of Your So I feel like fan works are easier when it's short form, but making your own world in that a shorter form is so fucking hard, because how do you do your world building in that short of a space? It's so hard. I love that. Oh my god. Hello, Galaxy. Pancakes are cool. I love pancakes. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah. My my old college roommate wasn't trying to keep her fan, well, I don't think she wanted me to see her fanfic, but also I didn't, I don't think she cared, but also didn't want to like advertise it to me. Yeah, it definitely will get you some wild results, Megan. But she used her live journal to express her sexuality. And she wasn't telling me about it. But I found it. And I was like, oh, so she gay. Okay. And then when she finally came out to me, she like was like all nervous. Like, dude, I gotta tell you something. I'm gay. And I was like, dude, I found your live journal months ago. I fucking know. She was like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, girl, I fucking knew this a year ago before I even found your live journal. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious you've had a fucking crush on Scully from X-Files. Like, you have posters of her. It's pretty fucking obvious. She's like, why did you not tell me? I'm like, it's not my secret to tell. Ow. Oh, that one hurt. Yeah. And then the next thing I said to her was, dude, it's 2 a.m. Go the fuck to sleep. I done been new. And she still to this day, like, she'll sometimes talk about like her journey of coming out, and she's like, the fact that one of the first people I told was my roommate, who just went, I know, go the fuck to sleep. She's like, honestly, that was like the best way to come out to someone, that they just literally did not give a fuck. And I was like, of course I didn't. It's you. I love you for who you are. Like, I don't give a shit about that. She was like, that gave me so much confidence. I'm like, I love you too, dude. It's cool. And yes, my roommate and I call each other dude. She had a bad dream, call her beef. Calls her BF character, and I was like, this sounds familiar, and this time frame is sus. I don't have any. I have like Dayquil, but I don't have like pure cough syrup. I need to just go get some cough drops. Like, I have some lozenges, but they aren't doing fucking shit. Because I bought them in goddamn Europe, and their cold medicine is really subpar compared to ours. I'm gonna still take one. Ricola sans sucres, ox plantes de elpensuces, lembrose malice, neutralement bon, menthe, moave, aquile, gunamove, Soje. Don't ask me. Don't. I have no idea. I think they're in French. Pretty sure the throat lozenges are in French. Well, it was really funny though. I asked someone what was some good cold medicine. They were like, "Oh, this is really good. It's a nasal spray. It's good for congestion." It is fucking saline. It's saline. I'm like, bruh, that ain't shit. Fuck you, Megan. You see nothing. Considering I did do some VTuber ones, it's kind of obvious. It's really fucking obvious. And I think my Steam icon is still the same as that one. Pretty damn sure. Like I said, I knew you'd find it. It's not hard. Yeah, it's fucking easy to find me. If you know me, it's fucking easy. I don't try to hide it. Yeah, especially because I like created that icon. Like, it's not like something where I just, you know, screenshotted something. I actually went in and photoshopped and made that icon, so no one else has it. And my naming convention hasn't changed very much. Should I try and finish this real quick? I guess I should. We've just been chatting for a while, but that's okay. I like it. It's fun. I like that we can do these streams where we like sort of do what we set out to do and then we just sort of chill and have fun. I don't like that. Also, Megan, there is one fic in there that I think would be of particular interest to you. It involves two women. Actually, there's two FF fics in there. And the one is wholesome and the other is not wholesome. Just saying. I know your taste. But if you find the one, if you see the one that I wrote with somebody else, there's a couple there like that, but there's one that's multiple chapters. I think it's 3 chapters. I'm honestly very proud of that one. Like, the two of our writing styles combined is like so good. I'm like so impressed by that one. Even though it never got finished because we both had fucking mental breakdowns at the same time. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, Megan? I love that. If we've actually known each other for years, I'm gonna laugh. I was decently big in the scene. In the scene of the days. Do I remember which one that was? I'm trying to think which one was my first. Now I have to look it up. Oh yeah, that's the one I was talking about. And it's by far my most popular. Well, no, actually, I think there's one other one that's more popular. But that one's so long that it's gotten a lot of hits. Hang on, dashboard. Did it tell me? Where's my statistics? There it is. It's my second most read, but only barely, like 46,000 hits versus 45,000 hits. Oh my god, Megan's known me. I love it. I knew it. I knew it was meant to be. Was meant to be. Never meet your idols. Now I grenade you on a regular basis. And you ult me with Sova. I know, yeah. I think you have. I don't nade people very often. Like, I will nade people on purpose after the round is over, but only in like things like Spike Rush or when it's the end of the half. I actually don't try to like murder my teammates and get them to all lose their fucking weapons. I'm not that mean. But yeah, sometimes you just fuck up. Like, that's the hard thing. When it's anything thrown, sometimes you fuck your trajectory and you're just like, well, shit, I just naded myself. And at least one of those was an accident. Yeah, it's mostly that people just step into it, or you don't know where, you're just focused on taking care of, hitting the other team, and you don't realize we're in the way. Kind of our own, you know, job to get the fuck out of the way, which is how I feel about raised grenades. Like, a lot of times I use them to clear out areas so that we can move, or that we know that they're going to be scattering a little bit. And if someone runs right where the trajectory is going, like, that ain't on me. Like, if you see I'm gonna throw a grenade, there's only so many places it can go. You need to be smart about that. Yeah, that's the hard thing about, like, things like solo ult, is you have to look at the map and kind of keep an eye out. You know, Raze, as much as I say head empty, like that they all have one brain cell and that, unga bunga, in a way, Raze is very big brain. Like, she kind of has to be. She has no defense. So she has to be sort of chaotic in a smart way. And that can be difficult to do. And you also have to have really good geometry skills. Her skills are all about the geometry. Yeah. Raze is very much about knowing where they are in the present. Sova is about guessing where they're going to be in the future. Which is, I think people get surprised when they notice how hard I like listen at corners and stuff, because it's like I have to know exactly where they are. without them having any indication that I'm here. I hate it when my brain forgets. No, it's not that one. How dare you? I need a better word for rough. The same line I used. I think I used the same one. That's how I do it. Hello. Thank you. The formatting on it. Oh, copy. Insert. Page break. Ooh. There we go. Here's our little, I guess, heading for the next chapter. Did I read this out loud last time? I don't know if I did. I'm not going to today because I can't fucking breathe. Yeah, things are pretty fucking dark. If you do not have a hint of where things are going. At this point, we've just had some, mild child abuse. Some violence against children. It's going to get much, much worse. I am going to keep the next chapter very vague and probably skip over a lot of stuff. There will just be innuendo of what has happened. But this isn't quite right. Maybe I need. Maybe that's better. The idea being that when you get broken, sometimes the person you come out of that experience from isn't quite right, and you have to keep letting yourself break again and again to find who you are. But don't worry, I survive. Clearly. But yeah, basically that woman saw the ears and the tail and went, hey, money, I can make some money off this. I was not safe. It was bad. But yeah, this essentially will lead into spoiler. This will lead into the teenage years. This is why I can keep it kind of vague, is because there's going to be a long timeline of nothing good happening. But eventually things will get better. Okay, I will post that to Twitter. I will just put it under the previous tweet. Oops. I hope there was nothing there that was not meant to be shown. Let me take this part down. There we go. Then I can look at what was actually there. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, there was nothing there. Nothing particular. Nothing particular bad. It's just my files. Fortunately, I name everything with really stupid naming conventions. They make sense to me and nobody else. That's how you do it. That's how you exist. And chat. Okay. So yeah. All my chat boxes. There we go. There we go. Now you guys fit. You fit again. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there for now. We will be back later tonight for Palworld. Yay! I can breed stuff now. Yay! And no, there will no Yuji this time. No Yuji to drive me crazy. Yeah, I'll be back in a few hours to play some Palworld. Tomorrow we'll do Final Fantasy VII. I really want to get back to building my Detective Famous Agency. I love how silly that name is. I actually did make some of the books last night. They're not too bad. They're not as bad as I had thought. So they're not bad. So yeah, we'll definitely so Palworld, FF7, then I have a day off where I'm gonna do a very short, like less than an hour Genshin stream. Reminder that we do have that promotion going on right now. Sorry it's not up, but exclamation point Genshin, if you want to get the link, you can go there. Thank you, Megan, thank you. You can come into the chat anytime and put that in, and it'll lead you to, you need to download the game through that link in order to help out. But it takes about an hour to do the full challenge, which is get all the way to License to Glide. Very quick, very easy. If you do not mind downloading the game and getting a new account and checking it out, it would really help the stream. It is a fun game. I enjoy it. It's very good games, honestly. If you can handle gacha, it's good. But yeah, check it out. It would really help out the stream. Every single person who does that is helping. Even just downloading, creating a new account helps. But if you can get through the License to Glide, it's big time help. And then on Saturday, yeah, when I do the short stream on Saturday, you guys will be able to come and play along with me. Should I? Well, no, I don't have the game downloaded right now. I can't. I was gonna say, should I show my account? No, I can't. I have to re-download the game again. But yeah. Yeah, so, and then Sunday will be more FF7 in the afternoon before I take Doggo to go get groomed. She gets a bath on Sunday. Don't tell her. She's stinky. She needs to get a bath. She's dirty. Yeah, she needs it. But the good thing is her groomer is like a friend of ours, so she likes her groomer, and I get to help. So she gets hugs and snuggles while she gets her bath. So it's not so bad. Not so bad. And she gives us both a bath. We're both soaked by the end of it. Like, I literally bring like changes of clothes because it's just so bad. She gets us so wet. It's hilarious. She's so naughty. Love her, but she's naughty. So yeah. Next week, yeah, we're gonna definitely do more of building our Detective Famous Agency. If we haven't finished FF7 on Sunday, we will finish it next week. And this is just the DLC. Once we finish the Detective Agency, we will get back to our Pokemon painting. We'll do Hearthstone next week. And we'll continue to write our lore probably every other week. I'll probably stick to that every other week. So I don't burn out on writing. So yeah. We're gonna keep... We have fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff planned. And yes, I do have plans to do some game shows that I want to host. I need to fucking get that set up. But yeah, I am working on that. So yeah, we have lots of special events coming. Lots of fun stuff. I have some really big surprises coming up for you guys. Stuff I haven't teased at all. Other than to say that, you know, I have to have RP stuff coming up. I have to RP so that no one thinks I'm trying to unalive myself, because I'm not. It's RP. It's storytelling. It's fun. Don't worry about it. Anyways, thank you all for coming out. I'll see you in a few hours for some Palworld. Yay! And we'll just have a little bit of fun in Palworld tonight, and then we'll call it a day. So don't go getting eaten without me until then, everybody. I will catch you a little bit later. Bye-bye, everyone.